Welcome back to 3J Sports. This episode is brought to you by Galveston Pepper Company. As always, alongside me, John, Jeremy, how you boys doing?
Could be better.
Yeah, good.
Better.
I'm doing good.
Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better after coming off a win, that's for sure. From the Texans, at least. But we'll talk about that other.
I'm sorry.
Here in a little while.
I feel good about the Texans, but I'm sorry, a little just Stros are kind of, all right. But yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into that towards the end. But all right, guys, well, let's just jump into it. We got the win against the Jags. Good to get that win by the skin of our teeth. They played a lot better than I was expecting, that's for sure. But, I mean, guys are going to give us their best effort. I mean, they're coming to win. So, especially against us with CJ giving a lot of little podcast on the off season, getting people motivated to try to beat us, that's for sure.
For sure.
But, yeah, Lawrence.
Didn't like that too much. But
yeah, I don't know how I feel about some of the players doing that, but I guess they got their all time. They can do what they want. But anywho, let's get into it. Let's start with the gradings. We got the win 24-20. The offense did perform. CJ did his thing, but we'll see what grades we got. John, what you think about CJ, man?
A+, CJ. A+ on that. Made the scrambles, made the throws. Again, like we said before, Collins, this is safety blanket, and just, man, seems like every time he rolls, it's like 90% chance Collins is finding a spot, and, just working with him. So, yeah, A+. I mean, under pressure, penalties again, whatever, but he did his thing.
Yeah, he sure did, man. He looked pretty sharp out there. Jeremy, what you got on him, brother? What's your grade on him?
Man, A+. Man, there's nobody else I want the ball in his hands. Final drive. He gets the ball, those final drives. Like, I feel comfortable every time. He's going to make the right decision, not make any mistakes. He did good. Like, obviously, there was that one miss to Nico in the back of the end zone, but besides that, like he played excellent. He played excellent. I mean, his connection with Nico it's elite, and it's gonna be here for a while. So yeah, A+ for sure. But like you said, the Jags they put up way more of a fight. But obviously our mistakes, we'll get into that in a little bit, but penalties and fumbling punt and all that, but yeah, CJ did this thing, so A+.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with y'all. Give him in the A territory. I'll just give him an A.
Real quick,
what you got, Johnny boy?
Add a little something. What I like is, like, we got the ball back. He has the confidence that we're gonna go down and score a touchdown. And I think we probably mentioned it before on the show, but like I kind of compare him to like an Andrew Luck, kind of. He just has that poise. And I unfortunately had to work, so I was halfway watching the game, halfway trying to work. So a little spotty here and there. But one of my coworkers did come across and say, like, man, he's just his poise in the pocket is great. So yeah. Just to add a little nugget to that. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like you're saying, in the pocket, staying in there as long as he can. Even when he gets out the pocket, he doesn't want to run. He wants to get rid of the ball and get it downfield. Especially on that play where it was a near sack and he got it to Schultz. That was a huge play, getting it to him, because I'm pretty sure he had someone in his leg. And he laser beamed that sucker down the field and got it to him. So that was a huge play. But yeah, his confidence in the pocket's great. He looks really good. And like you're saying, Jay, he doesn't, he's not forcing something to where, you make a really big mistake like an interception, which, you still want to let your punt team do their thing. If you can't, you want to, put the ball on the other side of the field, or, at least give your kicker the opportunity to get those 3 points, which Fabian did, which was huge. Man, every point counts, don't it? Especially in games like this with the division. Yeah. But yeah, CJ, great job. Let's give that man a round of applause. Seriously, that was just your line. Your line
is horrible.
Still was still getting these penalties.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. Where are you going next?
But yeah, we'll hop onto the running backs here. All right, John. Well, I got John on the first one, so let's see, Jeremy, what you think about old Cam Akers' performance and just overall? I mean,
he had a couple little, little bursts. He had that one for 15. He got hyped up. He had that, zone blocking. He just stepped to the side and made the move. We just, no offense to Cam Akers, no offense to anybody else. Hopefully we get Mixon back. He fits this offense. We need, and obviously with the, we're not giving a lot of lanes. So, week 1 we did, but since then it's been spotty. So, but I think Mixon will help just because he knows that zone blocking scheme so well. He's been doing it. Overall, I'd say, we got the dub. There was no fumbles. I'll give him a C-. They no mistakes, so I'll give him that. But we definitely need Mixon back.
Yeah, Mixon brings definitely a different type of aura back there. It puts a little bit more,
and more power
attention.
Too. He falls forward like he has a lot more power, breaking tackles, getting the extra couple yards.
Yeah, I like the way he runs. I just love his running style. I've always kind of liked that taller looking back, kind of like AP.
Yep, old school.
That type of runner.
Last of a dying breed.
Yeah, Arian Foster. Man, I loved how he ran. Ran like a gazelle. But what you thinking, John? What's your grade on the running backs this week, man?
I guess I'd say the same, C-. Like Jeremy's saying, it'd be great to have Mixon back, but Mixon didn't do shit or stuff against the Bears, so I think it's an O-line thing. I don't know. There was a couple runs where I think Mixon probably would have made a little more out of it, but I don't think, I don't think it's much difference going on right now because the O-line is playing so horribly. So
we need Barry Sanders.
Yeah. Yeah, so I say C-. Maybe an F. I don't know. You know what? I'll go F. Because
that's like he said. Forget the D. I'm jumping all the way to F.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But whatever. No. Okay. Sorry. C- running back. Again, the only thing saving him from an F is no fumbles. Besides that, you had one good run, maybe. That you got hyped up on. You know what I mean?
Well, overall, you got to look at the whole. You got 26 carries for 101 yards and a touchdown. So it's not a. I was going to give them around that C+, B minus area.
The touchdown was Diggs. They threw it backwards, so it's a running touchdown.
Yeah, well, still in the rushing category.
Okay.
Counts.
It counts. No, I see what you're saying. But yeah, that's or my opinion, actually talk about. But
I'm gonna give them in that little area a little bit higher grade, not too much higher than y'all. Thankfully, Diggs pulled that off because that was cutting back across the field. Let's get real, and it almost looked like he was gonna throw it for a second there. Then he cut back across the field, got upfield.
So I think that was designed to throw back to Stroud or no?
I don't know. Which I didn't see any post game stuff.
It's not, and then he ended up running it in. So
yeah.
I wonder, or if it's just like an option for him. If that back.
Either that, or he just had the feeling, just his intuition, get back across the field.
Yeah. I get that, Teddy. I want to add one more thing. So we're talking about the running backs. We'll just go with Dare because none of us can say his last name. Man, his receiving.
Agumbawale.
I've been studying this week.
Nice. But yeah, no, his his that third and 18, and he got us 19, 20, breaking tackles, making moves, receiving the ball. That was humongous at the end, and he was at the one. D'Amico had the faith in him at the end of the game, so that was big too. So,
massive.
Adding that into the running back grade, I might even go B+. Honestly,
was he lined up as a running back in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come out the backfield.
He's still a running back.
Well, what do you guys think about as far as the receiving? Because we were talking about rushing. So, what's your grade on that, on Jay, for receiving overall?
Man, as long as we have Nico,
I
man,
know,
A
bro.
plus. Like it's so great this year for everybody to see what, obviously last year was a breakout year, but I mean 6'4", 225, you can't teach that. Runs great routes.
Such a dog.
Like what John was saying earlier, when CJ rolls out, the reason he finds Nico, I mean, yeah, it's because he's an elite, but Nico's knows exactly how to roll away. He's not just settling. Like that one play, Stroud rolled out, and a lot of times, this King, like, John, you're taught to find a spot and settle on that side of the field. But what did Nico do? He ran across body because he knows that CJ can make that throw across body. That's usually a no-no. So, yeah, man, Nico, and then, Stephon Diggs he's putting in work too. And, I would have liked to see Mechie get a little bit more, but, they got Schultz in a little ball. It's just, there's only so many balls to go around. But, yeah, man, as long as we got Nico and Diggs, yeah, I'm going A+, man. 12 for 151, 1 touchdown out of 15 targets. Like,
nice.
They knew the ball was going to him, and they still couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
And they got her going early. John, what's your grade, brother?
Yeah, A+. Everything Jeremy just said, for sure. Yeah, like you said, what I like about, like he's saying, the quarterback scrambling, you try to sit down in the zone, just like kind of like make the completion. It almost seems like he's saying like rolling with the quarterback and then getting back upfield to where CJ can make the throw, and he's like, it's almost as if he was sitting in the pocket throwing to him, like leading him. So he's like able to get another 5-10 yards, on the broken play. So yeah, I love it. Diggs playing great. I mean, making plays, got a touchdown. Getting a few catches here and there. I think that was a BS holding call when he caught it and tried to come back across the field.
Gumbawale's holds, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it was a great catch.
Again, I was at work, so I couldn't really. I mean, I saw the replay and I was like, real quick on the replay, I was like, I don't know, but I like the idea of that. If he would have made a bigger play out of that if it weren't for the holding, and I don't think the holding affected the play. But yeah, A+. I mean, getting open, making plays. He's trying out his time. He's picking them apart on the roll. He's finding open people, and that's Schultz. Getting open.
Big catches from Schultz. Yeah.
Big catches.
And I called that last play too on 3rd down, did I not, Jared?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, we need Schultz on an out route right here. Just pick up 3rd down. And it was a little delayed, but he did run this like 5-yard out and caught it
on the ball.
That 1st and goal. So yeah, A+ for sure. I mean, we're gonna get into the problem here pretty soon. So that core is playing well, in my opinion.
Yeah, they look really good. Just to continue what y'all are saying, Nico, goodness gracious, brother. He's number 1 in like everything receiving. He's out received, got more receptions than some entire wide receiver cores. The Chargers and somebody else we were looking at the other day.
Yeah, his yards, he's up by 100 on the whole league.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. I mean, he's just let the big dog eat, because he's ready to eat. It's his time, and he is just being a perfect example out there. And you're right, Jay. I mean, when you're 6'4", 220, good luck. I mean, that dude is, and he's healthy. I mean, he is,
and he's putting his shoulder down. Yeah, if you're a corner, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that at all. Not at all.
Yeah, he keeps getting them first downs, looking good. Diggs did his thing. Agumbawale, man, what a guy who I was not expecting to kind of rise above this week, especially because he used to be on the Jaguars. I guess he was like, I'm gonna ball this week and get my touches and make them count.
He said, I'm more than a kicker.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's on the roster.
Yeah, I love that. Somebody was saying something about that's my kicker or something like that. I don't know where the joke was coming along with that, but not to mention just the.
Yeah, I made that joke. I said he's more than just a kicker, guys.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, he made a crucial catch right there
on
the last drive, and then he scored the touchdown. Yeah, he looked good. Got around. got the touchdowns. To speak on that point when you were calling the hold, John, I don't know if he was wearing this, but the commentator made a really good point. When we got these away teams coming in with these jerseys, do not wear red gloves. You can see those holds easier. They were talking about Tunsil. They were like, so they actually paused the film and circled his hand. They said, that's an issue. Stop wearing red gloves when you know the team's going to have white shirts, because you can really see a big difference with the holds. If your hand's on the outside, I mean, they're going to call it on you, which I don't know if that was the case on Agumbulale, but
I mean, that's given. Yeah, it's kind of a cop out for the referees.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, but definitely when they were calling it on Tunsil, it was that dude's big old hand just holding on the side. It's like, goodness, bro. Try to blend in. Wear white. Just wear white gloves if you got white jerseys. Try to blend in a little.
Yep.
Yeah,
but
I get it for sure.
But because you want to take any advantage you can in the NFL, that's for sure.
Just wear whatever gloves.
Incompetence. Yeah.
Yeah. Just buy a bunch of gloves. They got plenty of money. Whatever team you're playing, just wear that exact glove. Blend in. I don't care if it matches. Buy them,
bro. They just go up to the little. I already know how it is. They got a little stand. You walk up. I'll take a pair of the white gloves, red gloves, and black gloves.
Yeah,
get camo gloves.
You can't see your hands, bro. You're
good. Where's your hands?
John Cena. Can't see.
I thought of that. They need to make camouflage gloves. Can't see their hands.
Yep.
But overall, I agree with you guys. A+, A territory for sure for the whole receiving core, making big catches.
Yeah.
Diggs, Collins, Schultz, all of them.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all noticed this either, but so I've watched Diggs play his career, and I never really realized before, he's not a big guy, but he finishes runs he's putting his head and shoulder in there. He's going forward. He's more physical than I thought. I didn't know he was that physical, honestly.
I agree.
And maybe that was all the prima donna talk or whatever, but he runs hard. So I like that a lot.
I totally agree with that, Jeremy. He's shown that this year. And I mean, I've watched him play in the past, but I'm not a Bills fan or a Vikings fan, so I'm not seeing all his games. But I don't know if that's something he's always done. But,
right, me neither.
They've never talked about, but I totally agree with that. I mean, he's looking to get upfield, and if it takes putting his shoulder down, he's not as big as Collins, but he's doesn't shy away from the contact to get the yards. So
no, not at all.
Which I love.
Yeah, it's good to see. Hey man, you just want a physical football player, and he's handling business at his size. We're touching all the offensive stuff. Do y'all even want to grade the offensive line? Or are we still mad at them?
Is there below an F? Can I give him a G?
I'm gonna give him a.
Did not finish. Did not compete.
I'll give him a
DNC.
D+, C-. Guys, you got to tighten that up. I mean, it's just
it's ridiculous. It's crazy. I'm sitting there watching the game, and it's the same crap. Penalties. I'm like, what are y'all do? I'm to the point now where it's to me, it's on D'Amico, bro, or something. It's crazy.
Get on their butts, man. Golly.
We're beating ourselves, and it's the same crap. Illegal formation, illegal shift, false start, illegal man downfield.
Green got two of those?
I mean, come on.
Off the field?
And
they did call one back, but yeah.
It could be the refs picking on us, but at the end of the day, I mean, you got to play the game by the rules.
Yeah.
It's gotten crazy. I swear to God, if we would have lost to freaking Jacksonville, I'm done. I'm done with the offensive line. And good thing we pulled it out, but I mean, it's ridiculous. It really is. Who's the offensive line coach? Is he not fired yet? I mean, come on.
Yeah, he definitely needs to. Well, he should be. He should be on
fired. Yeah.
All up in their grills this week. I mean, that's really the
special team. Freaking 3 weeks. I mean,
they should be. Let me see. I don't know what the offensive line coach is. But yeah, I mean, I agree, man. It's you got to be up in their grills. They got to be taking this seriously. Whether no mistakes, not this many. It's ridiculous. I mean, you can give a few, but the whole point.
I can understand a hold here and there.
Chris Strauss.
And most of those holds are kind of questionable, whether they're going to call that sometimes or not. Wear the gloves, do whatever you got to. But when you're making like fundamental errors, like man downfield, illegal formation, illegal shifts. I mean, what? It was over 12 or 13 penalties again this week.
Yeah,
we're just literally shooting ourselves in the foot, and we're just lucky enough that we have C.J. Stroud in our defense and receivers to bail us freaking out. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Well, since
it's so frustrating watching the game because you're just like, what are y'all doing? And towards the end of the game, they called that one penalty. And I remember a couple guys up there, they're like, you got to be kidding me. And it happened to be like a hold against defense. And everybody's like, okay, thank God. Because, I mean, if they're going to have another one, they're just like done with it. They're like, turn the game off. You know?
Yeah.
To that point, how ridiculous it is.
You can see the frustration in the players. And, I mean, everybody's keeping their composure for the most part, but it's starting to – D'Amico's losing some patience in there for sure. But making the shift from offense to defense and special teams to special teams, man, that was a big play to make a screw up like that. That could have cost us a lot right there. But
so I just saw the replay on the quick thing.
Yeah.
So did he call for a fair catch or no?
I think he called for the fair catch. That's why they called
it.
Yeah,
it was called for fair catch, and he just missed it.
He just missed it. Okay.
Or muffed it. That's why they put it down, because the dude scooped and scored. But since it's a muff, they put it down where it was.
But you can't advance or something. Yeah.
So if you call for a fair catch and the kicking team like basically runs over the dude in your own player into you and you fumble, is that?
I don't know enough details of it where it breaks down all the way down to that stuff.
But he just muffed it. He didn't have any contact before he caught it.
Yeah, he just.
Okay.
We need better returners. We really need better returners.
Yeah, that can just catch a ball.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't. I mean, I know we don't necessarily want to use them and just or expose them to get drilled or anything, but I'd love to see Diggs back there snagging some of them, or Tank Dell, you know. But I know they want to use certain guys depending on their speed, you know.
If Pierce was healthy, that'd be a good. He does a good job too, but he's just not healthy.
Put him on the cost per return. If he ain't running the ball on offense.
Yeah, it's a nervous job. Not that people don't know this, but it's that's a high stress job when you're looking straight up into the air and knowing a bunch of guys are coming to drill you.
But you call for a catch, so you're protected. So you should theoretically be worried.
Just focus on the ball, make
just
that catch.
The ball.
Yeah. If you get hit by the players, you know that's on them. You just do your job, snagging that ball.
Exactly.
But yeah, defensively, I think we could. You know, I think we're doing well. I think Lawrence kind of came out pretty hot with what was Thomas Jr. Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. was doing his thing early. He had some big catches on us and stuff, and then we had a couple busted. Rushes? What was that long? 58. Yeah, Bigsby when he busted that one right up the middle and hit down the sideline for the most part.
Dude, Bullock saved the day on that one.
And that was to my point. Bullock, that is how you play ball, man.
Where he caught the angle.
Huge. Was that?
And then we stopped him on fourth, right? That was the one we stopped him on fourth.
Yep, it came down to the fourth down. They went
touchdown. 7 points he saved, man. That's awesome.
You have to check that out.
The game. I mean, honestly.
On our Facebook, at least, I know probably on YouTube, there's a good clip of D'Amico talking about that play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the effort. Put into that.
Effort. So. And then that shows you, man, like, to anybody who plays football at any age, you know, that's how you play ball. You don't give up on the play. You never know what will happen, even if it's on the 4-yard line, which I know the commentator was screaming touchdown. That's a touchdown. I was like, man, he was out. What are you talking about?
He's like running backwards in the end zone. Yeah.
It's almost like these commentators want us to lose sometimes. I don't know if that's just me taking it too personal, but overall, dude, that was just an unbelievable tackle. That was the tackle of the week. Goodness gracious, man. That saved us the game. Talk about two guys, Bullock and then Agumbawale, making two huge plays to really seal the deal for us. But sticking to the defensive stuff, Toa handling up, Lassiter. I mean, look at the top three guys right there. Toa, Lassiter, Bullock, Shair. Just handling business, man. Jeremy, what's
Yep.
your grade on defense?
Man, they came out. Lawrence and them did good, but we didn't break. I'm giving him a B plus because, I mean, Lassiter, like he's really his name Locksmith, like he's playing great.
Really is.
Stingley made that one, the deflection, the big play.
Yeah,
Bullock, obviously, huge play. Yeah. I'd like to see, obviously more interceptions, more, strip sacks, more sacks. I know D'Amico, everybody else wants to also, but we got Murray on that safety blitz. That was our one. But I haven't heard for sure. But like I said, last pod, we should be getting Autry back and Christian Harris in the next week. So that's going to add a lot more to our defense. I mean, Toa, like he's made a giant leap this year. So even when Harris comes back, because we run a lot of, 4-2-5, right? So we run a lot of, two linebacker. And with Aziz, Toa, and Harris, that's 3 speedy linebackers. So, man, I'd say, they did a really good job. Hopefully get some more picks. Maybe some more fumbles coming up soon. But Josh Allen coming up has been known to, throw a few picks here and there. So hopefully it's our week coming up for more turnovers. But, I think they did a good job. Our D-line's been playing good. Solid. But Bullock, man, that was a great draft pick. I remember when we drafted him, and after I watched his highlights, like this is the center fielder, is the playmaker back there. And, we always have injuries back there. So he's stepping up. So, yeah.
Yeah. He's coming up through the lane. I mean, he's coming up, making good tackles too, even though it may or may not be him drilling anybody. He's coming in and getting in the mix and making hits that matter. That slow down running backs. John, what you feeling, man, defensively?
Yeah, I give the same grade, B+. I mean, bend but not break. There was a couple balls that Lawrence overthrew that could have been blown coverage, but still,
that's what
you
I was
never
thinking
really
about.
tell either. I mean,
There was a few.
It's almost one of those where it's like, I don't. So I think it's a combination of that was a blown coverage / overthrow / maybe the safety. The ball was thrown so bad that the safety was reading the ball, so that made it perceive like the receiver was more open than they were. Does that make sense?
But the rush could have got Lawrence rushed, like you're saying, pressuring him to. Yeah, he overthrew it, but thankfully our line was on him to get the rush. So
right, just like a couple of plays. I mean, but that's, I guess, just said the bend but not break. I mean, type of deal. So coming up with a big, 1st and goal from the 4 stand to turn that ball over there.
Yeah.
I think they played well. If we would have lost that game, we wouldn't be on defense at all. So, when you get put in a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line, right off the bat, after you just got off the field, stopping them, So, like, to me, it's kind of the same thing each week. It's like we're putting them in bad spots, and they're performing pretty good, if not above average in those spots. So, I love it. I mean, and like Jeremy said, get the players coming back.
Yeah, 2 starters coming back.
Yeah, 2 starters coming back. That's the people have been playing well as well. So if anything, not just the upgrade in talents, but the upgrade in depth. To where when the 2 starters come back, they need a blow. You got the people who have already been in there all season playing. So I like that fact that they've been playing so well with those starters being out. It's just gonna upgrade the talent and upgrade the depth as well. So
Yep.
Just to add on what you were saying, Jared. Well, overall, I agree with you guys around that same grade, B+. It could have went south but luckily the rushes were getting Lawrence rushed just enough to where he was overthrowing. I think it was like 3 passes that I remember off the top of my head.
But that's what I'm saying.
Brian Thomas had our number that day. It looked like he was about to just keep on getting catches and going, but luckily we were rushing him and getting Lawrence out of his comfort zone. What you got, John?
No, I was just gonna say back to that point of I think I may be totally wrong, but I think a lot of those throws were just the throw was so bad that like I'm not gonna say we had them covered because they were open.
Yeah, had a step on
the whole timing of the play. You know, you can go back and look at 12-on-12 film all day long or 11-on-11 film, and you know, this guy's open. You just whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, do I like to see that guy running open and it get overthrown? Like, no. But
no.
I almost think that the throw was so bad that the defenders were taking different routes, maybe going for the ball, if that makes sense. But
yeah. But I'd like to see some more, hopefully some more picks in the future. But like you said, Jay, as long as we're getting the job done, a couple more sacks. I know that's probably getting frustrating for our, you know, Will Anderson and Hunter down there getting business. But now we're going to add Autry. It's going to add some more.
Oh yeah, they're getting there.
They're pressuring big time.
Yep. One thing I need to say too. I love the QBs in our division. I thank you GMs for having faith in Levis and Richardson. And, you know, Lawrence isn't that guy, so whatever. So,
well, you know what I saw again, his post-game press conference was pretty good. He's a humble dude. It was Lawrence, you know.
Yeah.
You know, took it like a man, you know. I did watch that video. It was pretty good, so big ups to him. And his team sucks. And it's not his fault that he got the highest paid quarterback contract.
I mean, yeah, I'll take it. You're going to take it.
Like, thank you, not Trevor Lawrence. Thank you, front office of Jacksonville, front office of Indy, front office of Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we all know Amy Adams' name for sure.
Just grasping for, you know. Yeah, he hasn't looked good. I mean, he made some good throws, but
I mean, they played well.
There's so many bad throws that he threw too. So it's like
Yeah, we just the sack. What was it? Murray that got the sack, like you're saying, Jay. I mean, those were big plays when we got him in the backfield and
that was a big call. That safety blitz right there. That was a big play. That was a D'Amico call. Yeah,
he timed it up perfectly too.
But yeah, biggest highlight for the defense was Bullock not giving up, Stingley coming right back, getting a great defensive play in there in the corner, and then making the stand on fourth down. Man, that was huge to really give us the opportunity to get that ball back and get that scoring, because Doug Peterson knew we were coming back down to score, so that's why that's why he went on fourth. He knew we were coming to score.
Yeah, so. You don't want to give Stroud the ball. It's a great feeling to have a quarterback now. The other teams are like, we can't give him too much time. You know, that's what we have now. That's amazing.
Yeah, what was it last year against Tampa Bay? What do we have on the clock?
Oh yeah,
it's like getting the ball, like they're kicking the ball off with 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
And we dropped down.
30 seconds too long.
It almost puts me in the realm of like kind of like Tom Brady or like Patrick Mahomes, where it's like it's like, oh, you scored with 40 seconds left. It's like, you almost left him too much time.
Right.
That's crazy. 40 seconds left and you left him too much time. But yeah.
That's who we got.
Yeah.
That's the $1 billion man coming up. $1 billion man, his contract.
So overall, it's good to get that win. It's really good to get that win, get through it. And it showed, we went through some adversity. That was a comeback win. So it was good to get that done, especially with the time that we had all the way to that fourth down, everything. So yeah, great job, guys. We're looking at the next week, which we got week 5 with the Bills. And they just came off the loss to the Ravens, which I was not expecting the Ravens to lay the hammer on them like they did. Derrick Henry, goodness, brother. He was busting them up. So that kind of gives us a little rushing opportunity, I guess. To see if the rushing will increase for us or see some action. Did you say Mixon is for sure back next week?
Not for sure,
this coming
but
week?
It looks like Dell for sure. Mixon looks like a high possibility. So now we've got a block.
Mixon practiced on Friday before the game, but he didn't play. So, but he was back in practice. So
they said he went from week to week to day to day. So I know those high ankle sprains, you never can tell, but I think from what they're saying, he'll be back.
What about Tank?
Tank for sure, they said.
Okay, that's good. Always like Tank on the field, man. Just another guy to get the ball to.
Yeah, even if it's a decoy, they got to watch him. You got to keep an eye on him.
But yeah, we better be ready because, like you said, Josh Allen's definitely going to be slinging that thing. So hopefully we can get some picks. Make some good plays on reading him. Josh Allen's a really solid quarterback, so we better be ready. I know they got a couple guys banged up. Is it Shakir? I don't know his name completely, but number 10 for the Bills, he's kind of been on the rise for them. Keon Coleman's been kind of quiet for them, to be honest. Yeah. But Josh Allen keeps getting that ball around, so we better be prepared. Offensive line, for the love of God, do better. But
they got two good tight ends. I will say,
Kincaid and Knox.
And Knox. I didn't read an article about it, but I just saw, what did Von Miller get suspended for?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's out. Like, he's out this game. Two or three games, maybe 4. Like, something happened. So I'm not sure, but he won't be.
How y'all feeling? I know we're favored by 1 point. I think I saw.
Okay. I'll take it.
If I saw that correctly, that was the one I saw. That's what I was like, okay, sweet. Because I figured they'd be favoring the Bills because they're kind of everybody loves them some Josh Allen, as far as the media and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But Jeremy, what do you think and what's your predictions? And please do not say blowout.
I know. I dropped the ball. I was really hoping for a blowout, but they didn't listen. I thought the line would do better, but close game. But see, I'm going opposite this time.
But a blowout.
Yeah. So if I said blowout last time and it was close, now I say close game, it'll be a blowout. So there's
like
a
the weatherman. Sound like a weatherman.
Right.
Not to talk on it too much, just to get into the details. But Von Miller's 4-game suspension due to a arrest in Texas for an assault. Yeah. Domestic assault.
Man, come on, Von.
Do better.
Come on. Do better, man. I just saw a video of him singing George Strait too. Come on, man. That's not what George would want. George wouldn't want that.
George Strait will get you right.
Come on, man. But yeah, I think get the dub. Close game. I'm looking for a big game through Stroud and hopefully Mixon plays lines right, and we get, under 5 penalties. Let's go with that. Under 5.
Yeah.
Under 5.
We're at like 12 now, so I'll go with 5.
Team or just offensive line? Keep it under 5.
Just Tunsil.
Yeah, just Tunsil.
Just Tunsil. If Tunsil does better, we all do better. That's for sure.
Hey,
I just had a couple too. I was like, come on.
Great pass blocker, but you got to start getting into his checkbook. Be like, hey, bro, hey,
right?
Man.
Penalty.
Hey, that's a mill. That's a mill every time. Come on.
Yeah.
Team fines. Hold yourself accountable on the side. Goodness. John, what you thinking, man? What do you think? It's going to be a close to a field goal kind of game, or you think we got a little bit of an upper hand, or what you thinking, Doc?
I think it's toss up. I think if our offensive line steps up a little more, we get the run game going, then I can see us winning the game. Establishing the run to open up the offense. I think our defense is playing good enough to get it done. So, I'm picking the Texans, but it just depends on. It's all about the O-line. That's all it comes down to.
Yep. It looks like the spread is switched now. They got the Bills as a 1-point favor. Big switch there.
I think we're wearing our alternatives too. We're wearing our Oilers blue. I think this is the game we're doing it.
Oh, okay.
But as we match up, technically,
Houston blue.
Houston blue. That's right. Steel blue, right, or something like that. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
But I was going to say that defensively, they got us total yards ranked at 5th. Offensively, they're ranked 20th. Defensively, they're 14th, and our offense is ranked total yards 8th. So, it's the way it's looking. If it matches anything how the Ravens did to them last week, which is it's kind of similar with the rankings and stuff as far as performance, and Ravens did really well against them. So, let's just capitalize on their defense to our offense for sure, and the secondary to handle up on Allen when he because he's a gunslinger. Which they got a few it's looking like they got Von Miller still out. So Shakir's questionable, but they got 13 injuries, so that'll be a big deal for us.
Yeah,
Nico's going to eat again.
4 games for Von Miller.
Nice. Nico's going to eat again. Another 150 coming up.
That's it. I expect him to do well, and Mixon get out there and handle up. And hey, man, I'm not opposed. Get a Goombawale.
You were doing so good.
I know, tongue twister. A Goombawale. Sorry. Man, I just like his energy, man. Feed him the ball a little bit, not overdo it, I guess, but yeah, I really did enjoy seeing him make some huge plays for us. But y'all want to add anything else onto the Texans, gents?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, no? I think 3-1 with all the penalties and all the stuff we've gone through. I'm happy so far. So make it 4-1. I'm not scared of our division, so it's going accordingly. We'll get better as the season goes.
I agree. Which we're going to have a little bit more bonus information here, because the Astros did not handle up, and we'll just go ahead and get into a little bit of that before we close the show for the day. John, you want to just get into it, bro? I know you had a lot on your mind with the 3-game wild card stuff, and then I get these texts of the entire. When we get that text from the entire staff of the Tigers compared to Hader's contract, kind of shoving in our faces, kind of burns. But John, what you got, man? Astros losing.
Yeah, just really disappointing. I mean, we gave the lead to basically our 2 closers, what they get paid for, and they S the B. It's really unfortunate. We played well enough to win that game. But yeah, the 2 out of the 3-game series to me is just ridiculous. You play 162 games and you win your division and you got to play a best 2 out of 3 series. It's crazy, And I understand why they're doing it. The whole thing with what was it, 7, 8, 9 years ago, where it's the regular season came down to, this and that, and 2 people tied, so they played 1 game play-in, and I understand they're trying to take advantage of the, the hype and everything, but to me, it's ridiculous. It's so dumb that, you play 162 games, and it comes down to, and here's the thing, too. Correct me if I'm wrong, are not most series that you play in a regular season 4-game series on average is more 4-game series than 3-game series?
Yeah, give or take.
So you're going to make a playoff series as a division winner 3 games. It's like, what are y'all doing? It's so dumb. I'll start cursing on here, and I don't want to do that because no excuses that we lost. I'm not even trying to make an excuse like that. It's like, I just think it's unfair as being a division winner that it comes down to that, One bad start, or, their pitcher can have a great start. Their ace was on the mound. He's been great this whole year in game 1 and kind of shut us down. We had a chance to come back and tie it in the 9th. We didn't. And then, this game, it's like, I'd like to see it one more game,
Yeah, that had to feel good for old AJ, though, didn't it?
Yeah, and he had a great. I posted on the 3J Facebook. Go check it out. He had a great. It wasn't pre-game, but it was the day before game 1 interview. Kind of touching on, being the old team. He talked very well about Espada and how he came up and everything. So, yeah, hand for AJ.
Yeah,
definitely.
We always appreciate what AJ did. It's all unfortunate.
Long story short, super disappointed. Presley and Hader S the B, like I said, and we played well enough to win game 2, take it to game 3, and our bullpen blew it. So it just sucks that it's a 3-game series.
Yeah, because Hunter Brown pitched really well.
Yeah, he
did.
One thing about Hinch, no shade to Baker. You guys are champion. No shade to Espada. but AJ Hinch should still be our coach. He was a scapegoat. He should still be our coach, man. Seriously. Like, no offense, we've had some great coaches. Espada's a really good coach.
Yeah.
You know, love Dusty. You know,
I mean, we got to shit with old Dusty.
no, we did. We did. I'm just saying, AJ Hinch, like, he should still be the coach, but a good job for him. Detroit came in as one of the hottest teams. You know, that wasn't a great matchup for us. Alvarez banged up, but hey, you know what? Man, we can't win them all. This is the first time in 8 years we haven't been in the ALCS.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, it is what it is. It does suck. It's a long season, and to come down, it's like you said, 3-game series. They should really look into that. Like, just do 5 games, man.
At least 5 games. That's what it used
just
to
do 5 games. Like, it's not a big deal. Just do that, especially if you win your division. Like,
right.
You
do
know,
y'all,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
we're definitely pulling for AJ to do well because we
Oh,
love
yeah.
the guy. We love
I'm
him.
rooting for him.
I'm going for Tigers. Go Tigers.
Are y'all expecting Tucker to leave, or what do y'all think? Because I've heard a lot of talk about that Tucker getting a big contract from another team this year and taking off.
I think, I'll just go real quick, and Jeremy can probably more expand on it with numbers and everything. But from my understanding, it's Tucker or Bregman. So that's why I did this little background tonight, because that could be the last time I see Bregman play.
Yeah.
And fun stat: his first 7 seasons with the Astros, we made the ALCS every single time. So that's great for him. You know.
He's
Definitely
a winner.
Astros legend for sure. So
We're going to see some
to me,
changes.
I can sit here and argue about it. Maybe we should save that for another episode in the off season.
Yeah, we'll jump on that again later.
But yeah, I mean, I can't see them not extending Tucker. But I don't know. I mean, I can make arguments for both. So
Yeah.
Jay, what you got on that, man?
Is that correct? Almost, it's going to be one of them too.
No, for sure. No, it's not going to be both.
Tucker's really been the one that I've heard a lot.
Yeah, I mean, just with baseball and just with the Astros, you know, Crane's not going to put out that kind of money, and we already got out. You know, Alvarez is locked up. You know, we got Altuve locked up. Like, Tucker is in his prime. I love Bregman. He added a whole new, like, him and Springer, like, just changed the dynamic of everything we did. And I hate to see him go. But
wow, it's crazy. Went by fast.
He's going to get him a lot of money. Tucker's going to get a lot of money. I'm just hoping we get at least one. There is a chance where we don't get either one, and that would really suck. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a blank check for Tucker. Bregman's going to get a lot. Obviously, third base is a tough position to fill.
Yeah.
But just how they did it before, how they brought him out, everybody standing O, you know, everybody gave him hugs. It's almost like the clubhouse in the front office. They already kind of know what's up. So they could have done that same thing for Tucker, but they didn't do that. So they kind of showed their hand a little bit with that. You know, It's leaning towards Tucker, which he is younger. The ceiling is higher with him. I mean, look before he got hurt. He was MVP numbers. I mean, It is what it is. I wish Bregman the best. I'd love for him to do a team-friendly contract, but at the same time, he's got a family. He's got generational wealth coming up. Like, I just don't want him to be a Yankee. Just don't be a Yankee, Alex Bregman. That's it.
I don't think he'll be a Yankee, but I do know deep down he's an old-school Boston fan. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, go to the Red Sox. Don't go to our division, though. Don't go to Seattle.
But,
whatever, get yours. But yeah, I would see Tucker. Now, if we go over 2, that's going to be issues.
Yeah,
I don't see that happening. Yeah, but
I don't either. But
not to leave on a sad note, because we'll be looking forward to the offseason and talking about what is going to go down, because that will be definitely exciting. Who we may bring in, who we might sign. You know, you never know what's going to go down. Because they make moves and they'll turn your head. You never know. But either way, Astros, good season. Good season. Let's give them a round of applause. Good season.
Yep.
Good season.
We're still a dynasty. We're still a dynasty. Still
we coming for it next year. But good luck to AJ in the postseason. Hopefully he handles up and gets him another ring, man. Because we love AJ, man. He was awesome. Always enjoyed watching him coach. Guys, y'all got anything else to add on the episode?
Yeah, I do.
What you got, John Boy?
Oh, now the glasses are off. Oh crap!
Hey, let's give it up for Pete Rose and Dikembe freaking Mutombo, y'all.
Yeah.
Sad day, you know.
Great players.
Again, on 3-Day Sports on my Facebook page, I posted a good little thing about Pete Rose talking about, you know, it's all about winning. Just go watch it, y'all. You have a chance.
Definitely.
Great competitor. I mean, all-time hit leader. You know, just crazy numbers. Dikembe, great NBA player.
Rocking for life, baby.
Great.
Not today.
What he did for the world, what he did for Africa, all the schools he built,
so
everything,
from,
hospitals.
Republic of Congo, so all his contributions to all that. I was looking up earlier.
His son did a good thing. It was pretty beautiful.
He did, yeah. He was on a number of boards: Special Olympics, International, CBC Foundation, National Board for U.S. Fund for UNICEF, which UNICEF is a big humanitarian organization, kind of like the Red Cross, but I think it's more global. He spoke 9 languages, guys. 9.
I bet I can do one.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. I mean, what he had, brain cancer.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
58. That's crazy. He's definitely gone too soon. Pete Rose made a little longer in his 80s. So
Pete Rose, man.
Yeah.
Let him in the Hall of Fame.
Right now. Put him in the Hall of Fame right now.
Yeah. Big ups to those guys. Definitely sports legends.
Both Hall of Famers.
I really didn't watch a lot of Pete Rose growing up. It was looking for my time, but I definitely watched Dikembe's career all the way through. You know, and he was one of the good guys. So.
Yeah. Definitely. They'll be missed.
Cookie Monster.
Personalities and everything. I loved listening to Pete Rose when they had him on the MLB post-game stuff with the guys talking about hitting. And I mean, he had Frank Thomas and Alex Rodriguez in awe. Sometimes the stuff he was explaining, it was pretty awesome. And Mutombo, I mean, goodness, man. That dude was just awesome when he played ball and how he did his thing for the Rockets. And we were blessed to witness those two greats during our time here on Earth. So.
And they're in a better place.
Anything else, brother? What you got, John?
They're in a better place.
Definitely.
So.
Oh, yeah. Well, that brings the episode of 3J Sports to an end. We'll catch you next week or in a few days after the Texans game. See y'all later.